Looking ahead to the State of the Nation address by the President, we've had a very busy start and some would say tragic start to the year, of course, the Parliament fire among other issues that have been brought into focus. So the State of the Nation address speech, a lot of people looking ahead to what could be said and what should be said by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Let's bring into the conversation from Stellenbosch University, Professor Thuli Madonsela, always very kind to make time for us. Prof. Madonsela, good morning. Thanks for your time. Imagine for a moment the speechwriter for President Ramaphosa is sitting to you and I listen at the moment. He wants to hear from you, Prof, what should be in the speech. What do you tell the speechwriter?
Greetings, Gareth, and greetings to the listeners. I would have two things in the President's speech. The first part is a more honest and realistic assessment of where we are. It's always looking at unemployment and GDP. I would say this time, let's look at the social life as well, the social fabric, and let's also look at food security and work opportunities for all. And then having made that assessment, I would also say, don't be global. Go province by province, district by district, and even possibly tell us which wards have been most devastated by COVID-19. And in terms of the way forward, tell us where you want us to be by 2030 and how we are going to progressively get there this year, the following year, etc. And what are the key things that should be done to activate more work, and not jobs, more work, which is investment in an enterprising spirit among our people, and particularly those with degrees, cultivating a spirit of self-reliance in the communities and helping them to do so. And I would say to the President, you don't have to govern like China, but when it comes to a business literacy grounding of government, let's look at China for guidance.
Just very briefly, Prof, before I let you go, there's a lot to talk about, and we obviously can't cover everything. The economy, which I'm sure you touched on a moment ago, I've got to be paramount as well. That of unemployment you were talking about there, if I heard you correctly. There's still an argument, isn't there, that unemployment is, of course, the big issue. The other big issue is the creating of jobs in order to alleviate the unemployment. There's lots of people to do work, but there isn't enough work for people to do. That seems to be the problem, isn't it?
So I would say to the President, don't create jobs. Create opportunities for people to work. So they may work as a job, they may work as self-employed, because a whole lot of people that can offer work just need opportunities to work in a manner that is socially secure, and they also need to be able to afford health, etc. In my article, I was saying he should change the paradigm from job creation. Government is not going to be able to create jobs. We've got 9 million people unemployed. The last time the President spoke to us, we were talking about creating a million jobs every year. That hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. But you can create work opportunities and help people to leverage whatever resources they have into work opportunities and self-sufficiency opportunities. Israel does that. Australia does that. We can do it.
Prof, I appreciate it as always for joining us this time on the phone, the good professor Thuli Madonsela, ahead of what she believes the President should be saying in the State of the Nation address, just touching on what she wrote about in one of her articles as well. Sona coming up in a few days.